Good morning. My name is Jessie Amit, the host of Valley News Now, and I'm here today because of the Heart Walk, American Heart Association, North Dakota. I have Jessica Lundgren here from the American Heart Association, and I have a special guest, Morgan, here, heart survivor. So we get to tell all the things that are going on. There's so much going on. First of all, the Heart Walk coming up in just what? I have to look at the calendar. 10 days.
10 days.
Yes.
We're getting close.
Awesome. So July 20th,
Yes.
5 p.m. at Urban Plains.
Correct.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to pull up the thing, and if you want to give a little details, I'll
Yeah.
pull up the flyer so everybody can see, and we can talk about where we get registered. How do we get here?
Yeah, so the Fargo Heart Walk is, like you said, it's next Thursday, July 20th. We start at 5 o'clock. That's when people can come out, start visiting our vendors, our program. So we'll have a program.
Yes.
Our guest, Morgan, is going to share a little bit about
Yay.
his story. We're going to hear from providers. We're going to have kids, games, and snacks, and a bunch of fun stuff, music,
It's
and
so
all this
much
great
fun.
stuff. And then we will kick off an actual walk
Nice.
around 6:15.
Okay.
So make sure you're there by like 5:30 to hear the
Yes.
great program, and then we'll start our walk. And really, we do this heart walk for a few reasons. So first of all, we want to support our survivors, people who have been
Yeah.
through a heart event or a stroke. We want to honor people that we've lost to heart disease or
Yes.
stroke. And then we raise money for research.
Nice.
Heart research is absolutely crucial, and we're funding right here in Fargo. And so the money we're raising here, it stays here, and it's helping people like myself, like Morgan,
Yeah,
like
all of
so
us.
many of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us, really.
Yep, it is. You get so much good information out there and just how to live a healthy life. And I feel like also in like a realistic way, you know,
Yeah.
because sometimes it's so overwhelming to go like, okay, great, I'm only going to be able to eat kale and, you know, drink whatever, you know, and that's not the case. You can have
Right.
like live a life, you
Yeah.
know, but also taking into consideration some of these healthy ways that we can just incorporate into our daily life.
Yeah, it's not, and like you said, it's overwhelming. There's so much info
is,
out there.
yeah.
It's not all about just, I can only eat salads for every meal.
Right.
It's all about moderation. You
Yeah.
know, we need all those different balances in our diet, but also the exercise. People think,
Yeah.
I have to go to the gym for 2
Right.
hours every day, and that's
Yeah.
not it. Go out and take a walk after dinner. You know, find a way to exercise that you enjoy. It doesn't have to be strenuous. I mean, if you like mowing lawns, go push mow your neighbor's lawn.
Seriously,
You know, do
yes.
something.
Anytime you can come over and
Yeah.
mow my lawn. That is not my favorite form of exercise by any means.
Yeah, so there's lots of great ways to live a healthy life without without stressing over it, because stress is
Definitely.
also bad for our heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stressing about having to go to the gym and eat
Yeah,
whatever is not
exactly.
necessarily the way we want to do it.
Exactly.
Either. So the Heart Walk, and then if you miss that Heart Walk or you live in more the lakes country,
Yes.
you've got another one coming up, which I will pull up, but maybe you can give the details on that one.
Sure. So Thursday, August 10th, that is going to be the Detroit
Okay.
Lakes Heart Walk. It's going to be at the pavilion, so right on the beach
fun.
there. I mean, it is a beautiful setting. People like to go out and take their group pictures out on the beach in front of the water.
Oh.
But again, it's the same
Might have
concept.
to go to both.
I know, right? It's the same concept. We've got great music, we've got speakers, we've got a great walk, really big community support out there, and
Yeah.
as well as Fargo too. So
Yeah.
come join us. It's free to be a part of, completely free.
Really? So you can just go out there, but
Yes.
also we did talk about raising money. So it's
Yes.
awesome that it's free and you can go out there and do that. I mean, really, if you're not doing anything that day, what a great plan for the day, just to have fun.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
it's in an evening. It's after work,
Nice.
and it's family friendly. Bring your kids, your parents, your grandparents, all of
Awesome.
it. Bring
Yeah.
your pets. It's pet friendly.
Oh, you can bring your pets too. Get that
Absolutely.
walk in with your
Yes.
pets.
Free to do.
Perfect. So what if though we're like, I'd really like to donate to the cause?
Yes.
So tell me about how the fundraising piece works or how
Yeah.
we can support.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes.
So a big part of what we do is raising funds for
Yeah.
heart research. Like I said, we're funding right here in Fargo at NDSU. We have 2 heart studies in the works right now
Wow.
that affect us right here in town, and directly affect our healthcare systems in town and surrounding areas too. So if you would like to raise funds, fargoheartwalk.org or lakesareaheartwalk.org
Okay.
are 2 websites, and you can share on Facebook, you can share on
Yeah.
Instagram, you can share on Twitter, you can send links out, you can send emails out to family, and people can use their cards. Or if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, you can do, people do healthy bake sales.
Oh,
people
fun.
do car washes, people do just door knocking and raising funds that way too.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And, because I've known you for a while, I feel like, we've got this great support, and we do. But maybe you can speak as a heart survivor, what it feels like to go through that and, having that community. Because I would guess you feel maybe a little alone at first.
You do. It's
Yeah.
one of the most scary things that I've ever gone through.
Yeah.
Just a little bit about my story. It came out of nowhere.
Really?
My heart problem was detected in a annual physical in a test
You're
that they
kidding.
ran. I had no symptoms, nothing.
No, okay, at first I have to say, a male that went to an annual physical?
I did. I did.
Yep.
Props,
I did.
props,
And,
man. So that's important.
Right, no, absolutely. At my wife's encouragement, and
Nice
my
still.
doctor,
Yep, you listened.
I listened. It took me a couple of years to
Sure.
actually listen, but I did. And the doctor ordered a test that
Okay.
came back and showed that I had some, it's called the cardiac calcium test. And
Really?
my numbers were very high.
So
And,
you had no idea.
No symptoms, no
symptoms,
nothing. I felt
nothing.
normal. So that's why I get a lot of questions. How
Yeah.
do you feel afterwards?
Right.
I didn't feel bad before.
Right.
But had I let it go, I would have
Right.
felt real bad.
Real bad. Yeah.
Real bad. And
Like maybe I'm not talking to you bad, right? Yeah.
right. And just to have a community of people. There's a lot of groups out there, Facebook groups and social
Yeah.
media groups, and people that have gone through it. And what I had was a triple bypass surgery.
You are kidding me.
I had a triple bypass surgery on April 5th.
Wow.
Of 2023
Of this year.
of this year.
Oh my goodness. And of course I want to ask you, how are you feeling? Yeah. But you've still got healing to, I'm sure you still had quite a bit of healing to go through.
Right.
Wow.
That's that was the hard part. Is the
I bet that
healing.
was because you didn't have an event or something, you're like, but I feel fine. And now I have to go have a triple bypass?
Right. I had to go get cut open with no symptoms.
Yeah,
And,
that was scary.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
And again, props have to go to my wife because she was my caretaker.
Yeah.
Coming out of it, all I had to do was heal.
Yeah. But it can take a mental toll too, I bet. I would
sure
imagine
can.
not being at work and just not being able to get up and do the things you want to do,
No, very true.
Yeah.
And the boredom. Oh.
We all think we want a day, right? We're like, oh, that'd be so great. I'll have this time. And then, I think about like half a day into a sick day, I'm like, I am so bored.
Right. And I'll try that for 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Yeah. That's where I'm like, that got to have a big effect on just your mental, well-being as well.
It does, but one of the few things that you are able to do almost immediately is walk.
Oh,
which is
great.
a very great thing to get us ready for this heart walk
Yes,
that's coming up.
yes,
Right? So that's one of
definitely.
the first things and only things you can do right away.
Well, that's
And,
pretty cool. At least you can get out. And then so
can.
April, we had a lot of snowstorms.
We did. The April 5th was a blizzard, but I
I was like, oh, spring, and then I remembered this April. It's like, no, it was not spring. It was blizzard land.
right. But I went to the mall and did a lot of walking,
that's
so
awesome.
I know every store there now. And when it was nicer, I was able to go outside. And
Nice,
do it too, so.
nice. Well, you're looking fantastic
Well,
after
thank
such
you.
a major surgery.
Thank you.
So glad it was detected.
Me too.
Yes. Did your wife give you a couple of I told you so's, or was it too much that she just let it sit?
No, she didn't let it. I got the I told you so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's because she loves you and she wants
Yes,
you around.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
I would have had a hard time not giving you I told you so.
Right.
Exactly.
What an amazing story. Yeah, wow. And you're a healthy guy,
Right.
you're not overweight. I'm sure you just thought, what the heck?
Right. No, and even the Dr. Mertz at Essentia looked back at my labs for the last however many years, and nothing in there indicated that there would be a
Wow.
problem. It was it's
Thank
almost
goodness.
100% a genetic thing.
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
interesting. So your advice for people would be to
Well, I learned the hard way. Go in early.
Go in
right?
early.
Go in every year and get checked out because this caught me by surprise. But in the words of the cardiologist at Essentia, I was a ticking time bomb. He
Isn't
just
that
didn't know when it was
crazy?
going to go off.
Oh, thank God. Oh my gosh, that you got it ahead of time.
Yeah.
So really this information too that you're getting out with the Heart Walk, it's a great and it's a fun day and all of those things, but to take care of your heart health,
Yeah.
throughout the year, which includes kind of that annual checkup.
Yeah. And I think the big thing too, especially with Morgan's story, is he's so young.
Yeah.
When we think of heart attacks and strokes and heart events, a lot of times we think of our elderly
Right.
family,
Our parents or
Right.
grandparents even. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
that-
not thinking like our age. Come on. Well, you're
Right.
probably younger than me, but still. You know?
Yeah, and it can affect anybody of any age, and we see babies born with congenital heart defects.
Yes. Taking a little look on your website too. You've got a 5-year-old survivor on your Facebook page, and
Yep.
so it affects not
everybody.
just
And that's the thing. And we always say 80% of it's preventable with exercise and lifestyle, but there's that 20%, like especially in Morgan's case,
Right.
where this is genetic, or this is something that
Yep.
no matter how perfectly healthy he might have
Right.
been, this was going to affect him at
Yep.
some point.
Yeah.
And so that's why we work hard for what we do and fund that research.
Amazing.
And
Yes, so inspirational, really,
really
to
cool.
like go out and get ahead of it. I
Yeah.
really, really like that. Is there anything else you want to share before we close up for the morning and I let you get back to your lives? I'll show these flyers one more time. We've got the Lakes Area Heart Walk coming up on August 10th, and because I'm a little slow on the Mac over here, I'm going to go back to your beautiful faces, and we'll get up the Fargo one. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just get up a picture.
I think the biggest thing is just come out and be a part of it.
Yeah.
Again, free to do. There's no big commitment to be a part of it. Just come out and have a good time. And we have free hats, so we always give away hats.
Really? I
Yes.
saw the hat on there and I was like, that's a really cool hat.
So all of our heart survivors get a red hat.
Stop it.
And
That's
our
awesome.
Yep.
People love the swag.
Well, the swag is a big
swag
part
is
of it.
the thing. Yeah. So heart survivors get that cool hat.
And then stroke survivors get a white one. And then
Nice.
if we have any youth survivors, which we typically do every
Yep.
year, they get a superhero cape. And all of
Oh.
these were generously funded by Essentia Health,
Oh, nice.
who's been just an excellent partner on
Cool.
for the Heart Walks. So we're lucky to have them, and along with all of our other sponsors. But yeah, come out, get your free hat, get some snacks.
Definitely.
Be a part
It
of the
is
great
always
program.
a good time. It's a really good time. I've been privileged to go the last
Yes.
few years, and it's just always a lot of fun. Like you said, you've got music playing, you've got speakers, and so thank you so much for both of you for taking your time to come in today, and I can't wait to hear your story again. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
It'll be really fun. So take a look on their Facebook, and then also, could you give those 2 websites where you can go to fundraise again?
Absolutely. So you can even register for free on the websites as well as
Nice.
fundraise, but fargoheartwalk.org and lakesareaheartwalk.org are our 2
awesome.
websites.
And I didn't honestly know that you could register for free, that you could come and walk for free, because
Oh,
usually
yeah.
I'm helping like in a volunteer capacity.
Yeah.
So that's really neat. So you can just come out and enjoy this walk and have a
just
good
show
time.
up.
And if you want to fundraise, and if you've got, feel that tug on your heart that like, boy, I'd really like to give to some research and know that it's making a difference locally too, you can do that as well. So
That's what
awesome.
we always say too, is about 1 in 3 people will be affected personally
Yeah,
by heart
think of
disease
that.
at some point in their life. So it's not for you.
yeah.
Do it for somebody you love, a friend, a family member. There's always somebody you know.
Definitely. Oh, think
So
of that. 1/3 of the people in the room that you're in right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a lot.
It is the number 1 cause of death, and so we're trying to change that.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I love your passion.
Yep.
Thank you so much. And you are a joy to be around. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming in today. It's Jessie Ahmed on Valley News Now.